Yeah. Okay. I found this helpful little chart on Twitter that was posted by a person that goes by @endwokeness. And with a handle like that, you figure they've got a bit of a mission that they're pursuing. They put up this handy chart and had a post with it said, next time you hear anyone whining that the system is rigged for white people or whining about white privilege, to show them this chart. And I thought it would be handy for us to take a closer look at the information on this chart and see just how useful it might be for us. Now you can see here, down to the bottom, it says that this chart was put together by the U.S. Census Bureau based on data they collected between 2013 and 15. Okay, and they titled this chart the median household income in the United States by ethnic group. At the top of the list are Indian Americans, making $100,500. Now, if you take into account that the CEOs of Microsoft and Google and Adobe are all Indian, and they're all probably making tens of millions of dollars, if you were to factor that in, you would think that this $100,500 as a median number would have to be quite a bit higher. So whether those CEOs are American citizens or not probably factors into why this number is what it is, and not, as a median, a much higher number. Next on the list, Filipino Americans at 83.3, Taiwanese Americans close third at 82.5, followed by Sri Lankan Americans at 74.6, then Japanese Americans at, excuse me, at 72.3, Malaysian Americans 70,300, Chinese Americans 69.1. Now, one thing I don't know of is the exact nationality of the CEOs of Zoom and NVIDIA, but they're either from China or Taiwan. I think Taiwan in the case of NVIDIA, but I shouldn't say without having the data in front of me. They're of Chinese ethnicity nonetheless. Next on the list, Pakistani Americans. Okay, down here at number 9 in the middle of the pack, you find white Americans at 59.9. Okay, and then Korean Americans 59.2, Indonesian Americans 57.5. The average of all of these whatever American ethnic group is 56.2. Then come Thai Americans and Bangladeshi Americans, and then Nepali Americans and Hispanic Americans at 43,000, and African Americans at 35,000. Now, there are 17 entries on this list, 17 categories by ethnic group for ethnic Americans. You have to ask yourself, why among the top 15 are 14 of them Asian? You know, the answer is in this box here on the right. All right, the percentage of the population that has a bachelor's degree. If we take a look, among Indian Americans, 70% have a bachelor's degree. Among Korean Americans, 53%. Among Chinese Americans, 51%. 47% for Filipino Americans, and Japanese Americans, 46%. Okay, we're below 50% here, and you do not see white Americans, black Americans, or Latino Americans on the list. The average at 28%, given that, you know, the percentage of the population would be largest white, then, you know, Latino American and African American, we're bringing down the average at 28% here, and we're probably below that for having a bachelor's degree. So if we want to understand why the average median, I should say, the median household income is so high among Asian Americans in the United States, has to do with the priority that they have of getting an education. It's long been considered that having a good education is the ticket to earning higher incomes in the future. And this chart would seem to bear that out. Okay, and it would appear that it also shows that, at least in the case of median household incomes, the game is not rigged in favor of white Americans. So we got to thank At End Wokeness for edifying us with this information. And we'll keep this information available for you on the Liberty Bugle YouTube channel. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe and all of that jazz on the channel to help us out. And please look at our other offerings on the Liberty Bugle YouTube channel for education, thought-provoking, and fun times. Until next time. Yeah, very good.
TunePocket.com.
Yep.